Hey folks, welcome to Digital Asan website review series. Today we're going to review another interesting website that is none other than Thangamayil Jewellery homepage. Okay, let's get started. And before going to the review of the website, let me clearly explain. This is completely for educational purpose. There is no brand promotion or the promotions, right? So I have loaded the document jewelry homepage and it's still loading. So there is a speed issues there. Before shooting the video I have registered. There is a speed issues there because they are using WordPress as a CMS and there is no CDM. So they are simply managing the entire website in the WordPress and somehow try to manage with the WooCommerce setup and loading issues, everything they are managing. That's great. And let's get started. So there is a website loaded in the home page and immediately I can see a promoting banner. So that is promoting for their app to start the digital saving app. So while clicking, it's taking me to the Google Play stores. If I'm not wrong, yeah. So it's taking me to that. But guys, if you got anyone using iMac to see this video, or you have an iPhone, kindly make sure the button is while clicking the button, it's taking to the App Store. If in the case, it's completely fine. But otherwise, for whatever the users, it's simply taking to the users to the App Store. There is no logic and they are simply losing some customers, right? And yeah, so next moving to that, there is another navigational bar, contactors or inquiry form, store locator, and then calendar, saving scheme payment, blog, and then ratings. So this is commonly they are keeping, since we have last time reviewed GRT Jewelers website, so there also they have the same kind of stuff in the top. But here I have suggestions like they can swap this particular two things like contactors inquiry form with the gold rate, because conductors and form need some action. Users need to be see as a first right side and they need to be clicked on. So probably psychologically that will works, but still there is a gap for A/B test. They can run and they can find out which is the best place for them to place it, because the goal that seeing the drop down is just a hover effect and they can see it. So there is no action needed. So probably they can reconsider this and store locator again the static one, and then they promoted the scheme payment in the top level. It's somewhat good, I can say, because I think GR doesn't have this in the top level. So they have here as a box layout is something better. And I can surprisingly see a block navigation in this top banner. I don't think it will be effective for the users, because since it's a jewelry shop, I'm not sure how many people are going to click on that and going to read the articles from them. Maybe they can have a rating on this particular having proper A/B test. They can define either it is the placement is right or wrong. Otherwise, they can simply move to the footers, right? And moving to the next one, there is a primary neighbor having that logo and then virtual shopping. We have already seen GRT also having this. And then there is a search bar. Inside search bar, there is very plain. Nowadays, the search bar having so much fun, so much crazy. Like they can scroll, they can animate the inside placeholder text with the dynamic products loaded. For example, bracelets, bangles, and necklace. Like that they can scroll the placeholder itself, but now it looks like very traditional one. Even the search bar doesn't have that feeling like a button, so they can literally touch up this, and they're having a common customer care number with this, and they can use it, and they have targeted as well, and login, wishlist, cart, everything there as usual how the e-commerce website supposed to have. And then there is a top banner again, and they have listed out some drop down and then all the categories they have listed out. And I don't think it's a grand map, so they can add some graphical inputs efforts over there. So they have simply plain background of white and they have listed kept some product, and you see for especially the diamond for my device it's some responsive issues, like something like that they can fix and they can work on it rather than having a plain background on the images or banners, right? And then yeah, so otherwise it's completely fine. They have placed all the major navigations, including DigiGold and schemes and corporate gifts. Everything is essential. And next to that, there is a banner. So they, I think, for them, jewelry shop, it's a very essential factor but mostly I won't suggest having a banner in the top section for any websites. This will kill the website speed. So, but for them, it's an essential part because they can promote some artworks and any, especially any upcoming products or latest reviews. They can promote it over here. But here they have six, I guess. In this, three have a navigations like internal link, and three have a just a offer promotions. Just for that purpose, I mean, for exploring or expressing the offer, they have this banner with the models, and then something like this they have. And to be frank, while recording this video, there is a Raksabandhan nearby. So probably based on the occasional event, they can promote more banners and more products, right? So there is kind of a way they can engage with the users, but I don't see anything such. Maybe they can update later, or they don't have any idea. I'm not sure, but that will definitely helps for the users. They can think about it. And moving to that, there is a icon section and having a carousel format, and they are expressing the companies, for example, refunds and stores and employees, all the stuffs they having. I don't think this section needs to be immediately next to the banner. So maybe this section move to the above footer or near to that is good enough because there is no good visual effect also. So it's very common and simpler one. So maybe they can think of it placement, section replacement through A/B test or suggestion with the good UI UX experts, right? One thing they can enhance this section, otherwise they can move this section to the bottom because it's literally aligned straightforward with the banner. And next to that, featured products, and there is a list of products. Again, there is no simply white background having some hover effect and price and weight only having that such information. Last time we have reviewed GRT Jewellers. If you are again seeing that website, especially the home page, it will be look nice here and included models, images, and even the product has some background and good effect. While seeing we might impressed with the product, something like that they will feel it, they will make you feel it. But here I can see is very simpler and dated format. So yeah, so you see, browse our category section. I mean, I'm expecting something like this. So you don't want to give a big budget for it and having a different placement photo shoot. You just have some added backgrounds and realistic background, or even the animated background also works, but it doesn't look like a white background, right? So it will make you feel some rich. And then just arrived section. So you see, this one is left aligned, and this one is center aligned, and this one is left aligned. And here there are three with the left aligned and left aligned. So there is some inconsistency. They can make sure what is that. And yeah, so back to the section just arrived, and they have placed sections and necklace, and these are the stuffs in this placement. Again, I'm a bit confusing this, and I don't feel it like I want to buy this stuff. So definitely, they need to think about it. And best-selling products, top-rated products, and feature products. So they want to cover everything, but not one by one. So straightforward, they can split it the column and have kept it. But for me, it's a bit confusing. So I don't see which product comes under which category. So there is some divider or a segmentation or some alignment problem. We need to have something so that we can make sure the users understanding which product belongs to which categories, right? And yeah, so I think we are almost close to the page, home page. Straightforward, we are near to the footer. Okay, so that one. And then saving scheme. Yeah, so here they are promoting the saving scheme, and there is no pamphlet or anything, any information. Just they are giving the CTA buttons to know more. Keep join and keep pay. So while suddenly seeing, I felt some typo error. Probably they can give some space and make understand the button. Especially this is the CTA button, so it's more important rather than the text. So definitely they need to be make sure this working one or you know efficient one. And then there is a icon without the link, and there is app store links. Yeah, so especially the desktop, I usually suggest to all the website for app promoting, you can use the QR codes only for the desktop. So because users seeing your website in the desktop, they might have a mobile phone in their hand, so they can simply scan and download it if they really want to. Otherwise there is no sense if you are having the store icons in the desktop screen. by clicking what you will see, what you will get. They will land it in App Store or a Play Store, but after that there is nothing. There is no action going to be there. So make use of effectively the technologies and make every visitors and every users to convert to download the apps or to purchase the product, something like that. You can make use of it since the technology is very fastly growing, right? And then lastly, they're having the testimonial section, what people are saying, and it's covering the entire fold. And you see the font size and font family is completely different compared to these two slides. But I'm doubtful for the jewelry shop. So jewelry shop does really need the testimonial, and if it really makes sense to the users. Like for example, I'm a user, I'm coming to the jewelry, I mean Thangamayil website, and I'm seeing the testimonial. By reading the testimonial, I will impress. Do you think? It maybe create some trust factor, but for jewelry and this kind of category, I'm doubtful. But they can really make sure having some heat map analysis or A/B test analysis, how many people are really using or reading this particular section or carouseling. There is no carousel because arrow and carousel is not there. Maybe only for my devices or all the devices, I'm not sure. If you having the carousels or dots, anything, no. So through the heat map, we can analyze how many people are clicking and reading this particular testimonial. So if it really making sense, and we can have, or we can think about the redesigning this particular section. If there is no recording in the heat map and there is no people are going through this carousel or arrows, then we can avoid this. We can have some pages where we can have something like that, especially the home page and covering the full fold. I won't allow. And we covered up with the and we end up with the footer. There is a six column, and you see all of them are insufficient space, getting two lines of texted, and then form is full of button. There is no places for the input, and the icons are very smaller, so there is a inconsistency, insufficient space. So they can avoid and they can keep only four column layout for the footer. You have a space, full empty space over here. So instead you can make it down here, and policies information you can have it in a single column, and conductors and this one have another two columns so that you have a sufficient space, and then you can showcase clearly to the users on what you are trying to say. Of course, I understand only for my devices the input field is very inconsistent, but definitely you need to think about it. I'm not using any rarest devices. I'm using most common devices only, so definitely it's a matter. And after the footer, bottom, they have a social icons and the copyright notice, but unfortunately it's updated by 2023. This is something bad, so they can update until 25. And then there is a chat bar. You see chat bar and back to top of button both are overlapping, and definitely it will confuse the users. So as a Asan, I can understand and I can get to know this is back to top functionality and this is the chat bar. But comes to the layman, definitely they won't understand. They seems like some bot or some video icon, something is there, some like that only they felt. So definitely you can adjust the placement of each. Otherwise, the back to top we can place it in the center of the screen or left side of the screen. Something like that definitely works rather than moving the chat box, because chat box is essential and it's completely fine with the right side bottom. So we can play around with this back to top button. And even if you are going, there is no WhatsApp communication chat. Nowadays, people are very friendly with this WhatsApp integration, so they can probably utilize that. And yeah, so we almost covered the entire home page, and this is what happening, and this is what is there. So hope you guys uh, agree with my suggestions and feedback on especially this website homepage. Even if you have any suggestions or objections over that, you can feel free to let me know in comment section. Next video we can try cover some other interesting website, some pages, some interesting pages. Until take care, bye bye. I am Digital Asan. Thank you.